Alrighty, so today we're going to be looking at this wallet right here from Lorzor. I believe that's how I'm reading it. Could be wrong. There will be a link in the description of this wallet if this is a wallet that interests you. The link down there is an affiliate link, so please shop where you're comfortable. But if you do use it, it helps the channel afford products like this because I have a spending issue. Anyways, so y'all may be like, buddy, I just seen you buy a green one the other day. Well, not really. That's just timing of the videos. I've had this for about 3-ish weeks, and so I have been liking this, and I really did like this, so I figured I'd try one with leather. Now, you know me, I'm a cheap bastard, okay? I am not spending no $90 on no wallet unless it's Travex. That's it. That's the only brand, because that made in USA makes me horrible, okay? But I did find this one. Now, this is not made in USA. This is China. But it looked quite nice. So here we'll take a look at it. The outside. You can see I kind of scratched it up, unfortunately. You got the same mechanism right there. And it opens up just like that. So you have a slit for cards here, a slit for cards here. You have your cash portion right here. And then you have your ID slit, which I just have a playing card covering my ID. And then closes magnetics. And these are pretty nice magnets. They are pretty strong, so it's not going to come undone. And then, of course, you have your card slide. And this one holds up to, I believe, 7 cards. Let me double check that. So it holds up to 7 unembossed cards, and they just shoot out just like this. Now I have my main spending card, my metal digital business card, and the tracker card in my wallet, and that's all I have in that little slot. And there is plenty of space to put more. I just don't have that many cards, and so that's all I've been using. In day-to-day use, I have yet to have an issue with the cards falling out with this one or this one. And looking down into that little gap down there, they have this same exact mechanism. This is a $13 wallet. This is a $50 wallet, so just bear that in mind. You're pretty much paying for the brand name, which to me doesn't really, I've never heard of Lorzor. I don't think that's a fancy brand name. Maybe I'm tripping. And the leather, I guess, sleeve or case that you get around it. And I will say the leather on here is pretty nice. It's not the most luxurious leather in the world, but you're paying $50 for it. And for that, it's pretty nice. It's nicer than anything you're going to find at Walmart, Ross, Target, things of that nature. And I would say it compares to maybe a wallet you might find at Dillard's, but at that point you're going to be paying up to $100 or more for a wallet from Dillard's. But that's kind of the feel I'm getting from this leather, is going to be like a wallet from Dillard's. So I am totally for this leather. I actually really like the feel and the look. The white stitching looks really good all the way around. I will say one thing that kind of irks me is how they have this lining right here. I feel like that always cheapens any good wallet. So that's kind of disappointing. I prefer wallets that have this on the inside, but you know, maybe I'm asking for too much. It is a wallet made in China after all. And then magnets right here. You got the brand name right here. And going over this one more time, I have personal business cards here, my ID here, my work scanning card right there, which just goes right there. So it is simply just scanning it like that, and then the door will open for me. And I like that. That is something that irked me about this one, is there was no place for it to look decent. And if I put it on the back, it just looked ugly, and it was the only place that I could actually get it to scan. Versus here, I'll be able to get it to scan right through there, and it still looks like a nice little wallet. The only issue I've had with this wallet is the thickness. This is no slim wallet. This is pretty thick. You know, you can see compared to this one right here. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's pretty much the same mechanism. I mean, look, you pretty much have the same trigger, almost. And so, but on the inside, it is the same mechanism, the same plastic little piece that just moves up. This is a bifold Bosca from the mall, and it is a little bit thicker, if not it's a hair thicker than the Bosca, which is basically your average bifold wallet. Actually, not really, but the size is. This is a stupidly ridiculous wallet. Anyways, another bifold wallet. This is the one I like to carry my notebooks in. And you can see it's still thicker than that one. Travex. Oh my god. Travex puts this thing to shame. Oh my god. You can even see it on the sizing. On the sizing like this, you know, it's actually not too bad. It's a hair bigger than the Travex Contour. And then, you know, you got your classic just card holder. And that just, that always puts this to shame. But these always thicken up a little bit as you put cards in there. And then you can see you got that logo right there. The stitching still looks good on all of it. I mean, honestly, I've really liked this wallet. Now, I haven't been carrying it super long. Full disclosure, it's been almost a week I've been carrying this wallet. And so I have not had the privilege of absolutely and utterly totaling it yet. I have dropped it and I've had minimal issues with cards coming out or falling out. Now, they do slip out, just like, I think the furthest I've had them slide out was, and it's always this metal one. The plastic ones always stay in there really good. The furthest I've had it slide out when I drop it is about this, but keep in mind this is maybe like a 3 to 4 foot drop. The other thing that I can say bad about it is sometimes you hear this noise. So that's not usually the noise you want to hear, or I want to hear. So basically the way I fix that is I just take my cards out, and I will just realign them back in after that. But basically when you're hearing that just means that the piece down in there, let me see if I can show y'all. The piece down in there, y'all see that little plastic piece? Has some cutouts there. I don't know if it'll show you. And it's missing a card or slipping on a card, and that's what that noise really is. So basically, to fix that, you just kind of get your cards and re-slide them in there in order. And they should come out no problem. I also have to assume that if you're not using cards that are double thick, like this one is as thick as 2, or if you actually fill it all up, I want to assume that it won't slip as often. So I often get this noise. It's 50-50. But especially if you're throwing cards in there like this and then really quickly ejecting, you see how they come out kind of mismatched. You know, sometimes it comes out here, sometimes it comes out here, sometimes it's here. So if you're really aggressive with it, you're going to get those mismatches. But if you're just chill with it, you know, you use it like a normal human, it's going to be fine. It's going to open up. You're going to be able to pull your cards out. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. That's my biggest issue, is just the thickness. I totally forgot to talk about the box. So insert snippet. So this is the box that comes in. It's this blue one. It's a blue box with the logo and the Lorzor right there. It slides open. Good presentation. You got this little sheet of paper. It opens up, and you get all of this comes in the wallet. So when you're opening it up, you'll see that it comes with this little, I don't know what this is, 100% genuine leather. That's always kind of scary when you get it, but it is. And then you get this unjammer. It's basically a little metal rod that you are supposed to stick into that hole right here. As you can see, it says help me, so you could just unjam it right there. And then when you're opening it up, you get these black cards, and then you get these two. Basically, this is a how to work this wallet card and what it can do in a few different languages. And then this looks like a little business card, but apparently it is wow, I can never pronounce this. Apparently it is RFID blocking. We'll see how long it takes for it to patina. And I will do a update video then when I've carried this much longer. This was more of a unboxing brief review. Anyways, y'all have a good one.